Hey everyone, this is Austin Schur here with We Write About Music, and today I am speaking with Scooter Page. He has just released a fantastic new track called The Morning After, and I'm super excited to have him on. Scooter, I want to thank you so much for coming on today. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man, and thank you. Thank you
It
for
is a
that intro.
pleasure. It is an absolute pleasure to have you on. Like I said before we started recording, I've probably listened to this song close to 10 times, and it has legitimately gotten better every single time. I want to hop I want to hop right into it here. I can only do so much connecting the dots within the lyrics, but I want to hear from you. What does this song mean to you, and what directly inspired it?
What it means to me first is that it's a very personal um experience. I'm almost 5 years sober, and
Nice.
so the
Congrats.
song. Thank you, appreciate that. Um, this song lends to my empathetic kind of being,
Sure.
in a sense where I can't tell you what to do, nor do I want to, because I've been that person trying to tell somebody, hey, this is this, or they've been trying to tell me, hey, you should cut back on this, or this isn't the way, or da 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 da. And I'm like, no, I know everything. I'm gonna figure it out. Don't worry. Thank you. Right. So,
Right.
so it's kind of my empathetic being lending somewhat of a consciousness to others, to allowing them to do what it is, and I'll see you the morning after. And
Right.
I'm in the video it depicts me kind of going through what the actress is going through at the same time. She's kind of like a close friend, and I'm letting her do her, but at the
Hmm.
same time I'm feeling what she's going through, and I'm like, you know what, do what you got to do, and I'll see you the morning after.
I
So that's
respect
kind of,
that.
yeah, that's kind of what the song's about. And what it means to me is it's an opportunity to um share unity between people and
Hmm.
between yourself, because then I'll see you and we can chat the morning after. I'm sharing
Sure.
with somebody else, but then also I'm sharing with me at the same time.
Right.
I'm understanding what is going on that evening, and thankfully I'm here to chat with you the morning after. So it means it's like kind of like a double
Totally,
connect.
and it's got that personal touch to it. I find that music is so much better to enjoy, not only when you hear the background from someone, but when it actually comes from a real place instead of just manufacturing these scenarios that never happened. Like, it just
Right,
makes
right.
music that much better.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, this is totally 100%. Everything I do is totally 100%
It's awesome.
my stories, man. Things that I've gone through, or things that I've witnessed, or things that have touched me. And somebody once told me, legend, happens to be a godfather of mine, Little Anthony from Little Anthony Imperials, tears in my pillow going on my head. But he mentioned to me, some years ago, says, man, songs standards, he called them. He said songs that become standards are actually stories being told and felt. And
Right.
as long as you keep that, you have the potential and possibility of a standard, because it touches
Totally.
from the inside, you know.
Absolutely.
So from that point, way back when, I just was like, you know what, I'm just gonna continue to write stories, just stories, 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 and put music to it, and hopefully the music does the story justice as the story do the music justice. And
Right.
when you have that marriage, it seems to work. Like you were
Sure.
saying, you've listened to it over and over and over.
Yeah,
So
man.
that's awesome. And
It's
hopefully you get
very
this.
genuine. No, there's a genuine feeling about it. But it's also safe to say that, like, it's a straight up rocker. Like,
Yeah.
like, there's a ton of right, yeah, yeah, no, it's filled to the max with adrenaline and
Yeah.
energy, and it's
Yeah.
great in that regard. So,
Yeah.
like, in terms of, like, the production and actually creating the sound for it, is like, what was the thought process behind that? You're just like, "I have my message, but also I wanna crank it up and make the people have fun."
Well, yo, man, I've I'm at this stage in my career within this industry that I've
Yeah,
seen the waves go up and down. And
absolutely.
as much as I just want to put out what I want to put out and whatever,
Right.
there's a trend. There's a trend that happens in
Always
this industry.
something.
There's a little bit of this at this era, then there's some this era, then it repeats,
Yep,
and then it just recycles. So I wrote this whole album, and I'm going to get to that question in just a second, but I'm
that's
kind of
fine.
setting it up for you.
Yeah.
But this album was written in 2020.
Okay.
Okay, and we literally wrote the whole album in 3 months of me flying back and forth to Nashville.
Got
And
it.
it just was just boom, 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 boom. It just kept coming. The stories kept coming. The music kept coming. It was just, I don't know. It was like kind of almost like I want to say almost like a supernatural kind of experience because I was like out
You
of
know
body,
what?
you know.
Sometimes.
Yeah, and it just happened. So like at that moment though in 2020 people were still listening to a lot of electronic trap, like that kind of thing. And me just being an artist and producer and writer, it's like I wanted to still release music,
Sure.
but I didn't want to sell myself short with releasing music that people weren't going to hear. HEAR. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? I need you. If I'm going to be doing anything at all, it's because I would like you to hear it so it touches you. Because I don't just do this to do this. I do this to move, touch, and inspire.
Of
And I feel
course.
that's my duty. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, I shelved this project
Okay.
until the rock thing came around. And now, Boys of Mine are on tour with the whole Motley Crue Def Leppard Stadium tour, and
Mhm.
they're reviving Class of Act is basically single-handedly, in my opinion, in that big of an audience and mainstream, they're reviving kind of the rock thing. So the kids now, and I call them kids, my bad, but the listeners now,
Okay.
the listeners
Effort.
now are more in tune
I
to
get
listen
it.
to that sound. So with that being said, I like rock music, I like dance music, I like pop music, I like R&B, I like classical, I like jazz, I like blues, I like everything. It depends on what the story is required.
Sure.
Now, to get to your actual your actual
No,
question.
I really appreciate the background. I'm serious.
The rock stuff is because to me, this is the most empowering, energy filled genre
Yeah,
that
well, of course.
you could actually understand what this person is trying to get out, other than like hip hop or rap or something. But I'm talking hip hop rap would have to go back into the 90s and where they're actually doing what rock people did in that era. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
so to me, rock is that way to deliver this. So within this message, I just knew I had to come Alice in Chains, I had to come Nirvana, I had to come in a place where people can just go to and just surround themselves with and jump into exactly what I'm feeling. So the visual for
Yeah.
that's why you see the 90s aesthetic, is because that's basically that whole vibe. So
Right.
yeah, it had to be rock. It
No, it
had.
all makes sense. It's also like, and I say this often, it's like you're the one spending the time and the effort to make the music. If you don't want to make the music that you like, then like what's the point? You know what I mean? You can cater to the trends, you can cater to what people enjoy, but at the end of the day, if it's not music that you would play in your own car at
Yeah,
max volume,
yeah,
then like why are you wasting your time? So
yeah,
I fully respect it and I love it, and I think that adds like the specific charm to it.
yeah. Thank you.
But
Yeah, for
but
sure.
with that being said, though, you're obviously well versed in other genres.
Mhm.
In the future, will we ever see like any experimentation or any like different avenues of your sound and style?
Oh yeah, always.
Okay,
Did you listen to any of the Dancecapades Electroland
I
that I've
did, I did, but I mean in the
you go
future,
right
like
there.
album wise of like concept records and
Yeah.
like this
Yeah.
and that. And I guess it's up to you. Only time will tell.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely that's my whole thing. I'm an albums artist. Like I'm
Yeah,
not a single driven market within
sure.
my spirit. Like I don't single drive. I do I do purpose point direct hit. That's the thing. There's a beginning, there's a middle, and there's an end. And then at the end, it starts right back to the beginning again. So if you didn't get something the first time, you can
Love
go back
it.
and listen to it again.
That's how
I,
it should be.
I'm an album dude always. From day one. Uh,
Nice.
I got too much to say, and it doesn't come across in one single.
No, man, it's impossible. I also feel like I respect it because, like, I mean, I was also raised on the album experience. Don't get me wrong, there's obviously songs that stick out from others, but there's nothing like putting something on, clicking play, and like being
Mhm.
in it for the next 30 to 40
Like
minutes.
taking the ride, right? Like going on
Exactly.
that
It's a
journey.
ride. It's like
Yeah.
a specially curated ride of like
Yep.
you set the mood and the track listing is
Yep.
important. And yeah, man, there's nothing like it. But I feel like it's a lost art, as unfortunate as that is. But
It
hopefully
is,
people
but
bring
it's
it
coming
back.
back. I don't know if
It
you
is.
noticed that the like I was saying, like the rock thing is coming back because it's
Sure.
it's a turn. Like everything
Yeah.
takes a turn, but the vinyl is back. It's been
Yep.
back, but now they want CDs again. Now they're running tapes. Now they're running. So
Uh,
it's like it's eventually
I get it.
the oversaturation that happens within this industry, music especially. Well, actually, it's everywhere. It's acting and music. But
Yeah,
anyway, the oversaturation that happens makes way for things like this to reoccur.
sure.
And so somebody like me that's never gone out of style, you just haven't heard about what I was doing because the actual trend was very different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
now I continue doing what I'm doing, and eventually my pants will be back in style. You
Exactly.
know?
That's how it works. Um, Now how long have you been making music for? It's a sort of a two-part question.
No, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
I mean, I started as a kid, man, in the pop and R&B groups
Mhm.
when I was 13.
Damn, alright.
So yeah, and Philip Bailey was like my first vocal coach. Like, I mean, it goes back, bro. It goes back, and I started like kind of like as a crowd hyper basically within that group and the dancer.
Yeah,
And I was like the hype man and the rapper and whatever. Like that was my role. And then as time went on, I just grew into my writing and grew into the vocals and grew into
sure.
everything that I am today. Which of course, is going to happen. You stick with anything, you're
Yeah,
going to get
man.
better and you're going to develop.
What it's
But
all about.
yeah,
Do you find that your process has sort of changed in terms of creation, or does, like, lightning strike at the most random times and you just go off of it?
that it's both, which
Okay,
is
okay.
basically what happens is sorry. What happens is lightning strikes, right?
Yep.
Randomly,
Yeah,
like it did for this last record. Oh my God, cool. I can share this with you.
there
So the
we go.
last record, perfect. This is perfect. The last record of this Peace, Love, and Reality LP, um,
Mhm.
there was something missing in between this track and the story in between. There was something missing, right?
Alright.
I had been kind of just like in thought about that for a couple of days. I woke up in the middle of the night, no joke, middle of the night, and I did a voice memo.
That's what we've come to, man, but it's the best.
I did a voice
No, you
memo,
grab it and you're there.
and it was like I was
Yeah, you
trying to
figure it
get
out
it
in the
out,
morning.
and then the next thing I know, I send that. Well, I re-sang it basically, and then I
Sure.
sent that to Nashville to my co-writer, and
Okay.
he sent me back some guitar stuff, and then from there it was just blah, 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 blah.
Boom.
So there's the two parts. Sometimes it's lightning, but other times he'll send me stuff. I'll be like, "Yo, James, I need something new, man. I need something new. Like
Sure.
you got some melodies, you got something going on, send it to me." So then other times it's that, and that's the process. He'll send me something, I'll send him back something, then he'll send it out to the drummer, then I arrive, and
Yep.
then just boom, one day, bada bing, bada boom, and that's kind of been the process lately. So
There you go.
I'm knocking on wood that doesn't change because you never know. Like with creative, it sometimes it's here, sometimes it's
Yeah,
not. I've been lucky enough. Thank you, namaste. I've been
seriously.
I've been lucky enough to keep riding this wave. It's been about almost 5 years since my sobriety date. So
That's awesome, man.
yeah,
It's like you throw yourself into the process and you just do it and it consumes you, but at the end, you have this beautiful piece of art that you can share with the world,
yeah.
and it really like, there's no better feeling. Which actually brings me into my next thing. I wanna know, like, you've been doing this for quite a while now, you've been making music. Is there something throughout the entire process that you look forward to the most? And I mean that from, like, thinking of the initial, like, what I'm gonna write about, all the way to clicking the submit button. That thing that just makes it all worth it in the end.
There's two that make everything
Great.
work.
You can say as many as you want because there are no rules here.
Got you. But there are actually
Cool.
two things that I am always looking forward to. Losing myself in the
Yes.
booth is number one. To become so present that I'm not here, and ideas begin to just flow through my spirit from the universe. It's kind of a gift given. I look forward to that each and every time because I'm kind of levitating in that moment.
Sure.
And then I hop out of the booth and I listen back and I'm like, Where did that come from? Wait, who did that? Wait, did I do that? I don't
Something
remember.
just came inside me and I just it just came
No, for
out.
real. That's what
Yeah.
happened. Like
Mhm.
to me, when there's a direct purpose and a passion, there's a destiny within that whole reasoning of why.
Yeah.
And that stuff becomes connected. It's not because it's for you. You see, the divine comes in to give away.
Right.
So that's what I look forward most to, is to having that divine become present that allows me
Hmm.
to be the vessel in the vehicle. Okay, that's first and foremost. Second is the excitement when I arrived at Nashville and I see James for the first time.
Sure.
I can hear the song as I walk in the studio, and I'm like, oh shit! Like I'm getting excited now, like just goosebumps because I'm
Right.
just remembering,
Oh,
you
there's
know, what it
nothing more
feels
real
like.
than being in a music studio. You're like, "Oh, wow, this is a very real thing."
So I'm in and it's
Seriously.
playing, and then he's like, "Yo, man, you like it, Scoot? Like, what's going on? Hey, Scoot, check this out." I'm like, "Yeah,
Let's
let's
do
do
it.
it." And then that's the second one is the writing process.
Sure.
Writing when I'm actually there and I've given the demo, he's giving me his demo, and then I arrive at it somewhat of a full structured piece.
Sure.
And now it's time for me to write lyrics to a full structured piece. Forget about it. That's the second one. It just takes me again. It just takes me on a spaceship and I fly away, bro. I'm
Love it.
serious. You know,
That's
it's
amazing.
so those are
That's
the two.
amazing.
Yeah.
Now have you played shows in the past, or is that anything that's on the horizon?
Oh yeah, no, I've done tons of shows. I mean, all over the place. I mean, I've done stadium shows down
Wait.
to theater shows, down to club shows. Now, of course, the stadium stuff I was performing with Will Smith, but I mean, as far
Right.
as feeling that and getting
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
what that is, holy stuff. You know what I mean? Love that. Uh,
Totally.
but no, I mean, in 2019, with the last project was out, the project before last. I mean,
Got it, got it.
I'm a wild man right now, dude. I'm releasing so
You're
much,
in the zone, man.
and I wrote a pilot that I'm working on,
Oh,
and I got
jeez.
back into my act. So it's yeah,
Love it.
things are about to be even more hectic, but it's great. I love it. That's what I want to do. So, but yes, in 2019, man, I mean, I opened up for Alien Ant Farm, Red Jumpsuit
Wait.
Apparatus, Power Man 5000, Drake Bell, Aaron Carter, bless his heart. I wish him well.
Yeah.
Um, and I mean, tons, dude, tons of others. I mean, I was kind of like um, a whiskey kid. I don't mean the drink. I mean the actual club. I was
Sure,
there.
sure, sure.
I was there constantly opening for some of their national touring acts that came in. So yeah, no, I yeah, I was performing a lot. And
Awesome. No, that's what I like to hear. Is there
yeah,
anything that you have coming up that you'd like to plug?
I'm not yet. I'm
Okay,
going to.
cool.
I don't have that intact yet.
That's all
I'm
right.
waiting for somebody to get back to me with the the quote for the venue, because
Sure, sure.
this way the way that I'm trying to do it now is I want my production company to have the house, and I want to bring in. I have a couple acts that I've been speaking with that I want to bring in and kind of have the night.
Yeah.
So you know, and the idea is to take that concept and that idea on spot dates, and do like five shows in separate cities, like start in Florida, work up the coast, and then shoot across, and then keep moving, and then eventually get back to LA. So
Love it.
to start doing that, like we wanted to do it at like fall, but that's like right around the corner. So I don't know if
Yeah.
it's gonna be possible at this moment
I
because
get it. Yeah, this type of
of
thing
the
takes a while to put together. I get it.
yeah, but for sure next year, early next year, that is definitely happening. So I will be touring. So you can, you know, definitely keep a lookout for that on, of course, all the, you know, the social medias, you know,
Sweet.
stuff like
Yeah,
that. If you guys want to shout me out on that, I can hit you back and let you know. And you know, that'd be,
absolutely. No,
yeah,
that actually brings me to my next thing. I'm happy you're starting to look towards the future, but like we're past the midway point of this year, which is wild to even say. Do you
right.
have any direct plans from a year from today or any like lofty goals that you'd like to hit potentially?
Yes, I do. I mean, first one is to still stay move touched and inspired
Of
to inspire.
course.
That's something I don't want to lose. Um, I want to be sober still.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that that's priority number one. Um, I want to I want to be able to see. It's funny. Most I don't. I can't speak for everybody, but I'll say most people, when you ask that question to, they're probably going to answer it with, "Well, I'd like to have 1 million views, and I'd like to get up here, and I'd like to perform by this, this,
I've
this."
heard it all,
Oh,
and
okay,
I more
good.
prefer the sincere, like the sincere, realistic answers. But obviously, there's things that you have on the horizon. There's things that you look forward to or are looking forward to. So it's really just all about accomplishments and what you can put your mind to.
Yeah, I mean, in a nutshell, for me, if I can keep those things, and manifest those things to still stay my reality,
Yeah,
then everything else seems to fall into place. My
totally.
my life has been a life of an extremes, highs and lows, and blessings and upsets and frustrations. But through it all made sense and all added up when I was walking in the right path and in
Sure.
the right direction. So if I can manage to stay in that direction, the possibilities are endless. I see myself touring. Now here's your direct answer. I go around here, I go around there,
All
but
good.
to make sense of my crazy creative head. Sorry, but so I see myself touring. I see myself, you know, this script being picked up and sold and shooting that, which is an actual.
Yeah,
I can say a little bit. It's actually music that I've written, and each song
sure.
happens to be designed behind the episode.
Yeah.
So I see myself doing that as well. I see myself writing more with other artists, and I see myself continuing this amazing creative journey that I've been blessed to be placed in.
That's what
You
it's
know,
all about, man.
yeah,
Love that.
yeah,
I
man,
got a couple more for you. I
cool.
want to know. Obviously, we're a music blog, and we're always putting people into what they should be checking out.
Okay, well
What
then look,
what are you?
Diet
Yeah,
Dr. Pepper
I'll
gives
take
me
that sponsor
full
all day.
shout out, Diet Dr. Pepper. You guys are all up in my videos, you know it.
Yep.
Hit me up, no play. Go
It is
ahead, man. I'm
no
sorry.
exaggeration. My favorite diet soda. Actually, my favorite soda. I would say, and I fully mean that. It is the
And
best.
I knew I loved you, bro. I knew
I'm
I loved
serious.
you
It
the minute
is
I
the
saw
best. You don't think I have a case in the other room?
you.
Kidding
Dope.
me.
All
Yeah,
right.
man. Now I want to know what are you listening to? Like, what's a band recently that's like really caught your attention, or a song that you could recommend?
I mean, I'm gonna say classless act, man. My boys, I saw them at Alex's bar. I knew Derek from way back in the day, just in the circuit.
Sweet.
Uh, and we weren't like the best of friends or anything. We just acquaintances. We knew of each other because we were in the same thing and whatever. But man, they just, this summer just took off, and the album is freaking amazing.
Awesome. That's what I
I
like to hear.
it's sick. It's sickening. I went back to like the old Alice in Chains records.
Yeah,
Um, I mean,
classics.
honestly, dude, like I've just been going back to some of that realness, and yeah, it's been really move touching and inspiring me. And also, I don't I don't go a day without.
There you go.
So I'm constantly Lotus Flower by Prince, an
Hmm.
'09 album that got no love, no promotions because of what he was doing with the industry, which
Sure.
kids should be thanking him right now.
Yeah,
Even though it's still
bucking
messed
the
up, and
trend.
he was the one that started it all. But
Totally.
I'm listening to that. I'm listening to who else am I listening to?
It
Uh,
really never ends. There's just too much music.
yeah, it's just like it
I
just
feel ya.
constantly, yeah.
I
But
feel
that's
it.
that's basically the overview of the
Awesome.
bulk of who I'm listening to. Oh, and King Vagabond is a band friend of mine.
Okay.
They're like an alternative pop act,
Very
and
cool.
Nico it was a producer of Dancecapage Electroland with me, and he started this new kind of alternative pop King Vagabond, and Joe, who's the lead vocalist, just butter. So
Awesome, man.
between him and Nico's production, it's just like whoa. So I listen to them too. Yeah.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
not surprised, but you have great taste. That should go without saying.
Thank
Um,
you.
you're welcome. I got one more for you, and basically the question is for the person that is going to discover you from this. And for the person that's going to listen to your music for the first time, what is an opening message that you'd like to say to them?
Grab the vibe, hear the story, and rock out. That's it.
That's what it's all
Grab
about.
the vibe, hear the story, and rock out. And then hear it again. Listen to it. If there's something that you think I said, I probably did. So go back and listen to that again because there's a reason and a point that I'm doing what I'm doing.
Sure.
It's not to become famous. It's not to have a star on the Walk of Fame. It's not to, if that stuff comes, amazing, more famous than I am with some of the stuff I've already done. Which somebody called me a legend a couple days ago. I was like,
Love
I guess the Three Ninjas stuff like is
it. Sure.
and so like people are just like it's back on Netflix and it's just like whoa,
Yeah.
whoa, like whoa, bro, hold up.
Love it. Love it.
But no, if you could go back and listen because I said something, I probably did, and that's what I'd like you to do because that's why I do it. I do it for
Yeah.
that. Do it for to be an inspiration, to be a light within the dark, to also be the dark into the light. I want to show the yin and yang of it because I can't have one without the other. You see, so
Totally.
I'm showing multiple transitional moments from me to give to you in hopes that you don't make some of the same mistakes I've done.
Very cool, man. I think that's a great answer. A perfect wrapping up point. Scooter, I want to thank you so much again for taking the time. It truly means a lot. And obviously, we're going to have links so that everyone can listen and share and follow along and do all that fun stuff. But I mean, it sounds like there's a ton more on the way. So I'm
Man,
invested at this point. I can't, I can't wait to hear it all, man.
you're gonna love this
I
record. This whole
can't wait.
Love Reality record. You're gonna love it, dude. Like the morning after is the first song because it kind of starts that way. It's kind of like
Sure.
a sunrise
Yeah,
kind of thing, and then it takes you down, takes you up, takes you back again, and then oh, it's the morning after.
I
And what did
love
I
it.
say earlier? You got to listen to it again until you become peace, love, and reality.
What
Keep
it's all
listening.
about.
So next year,
Awesome.
the whole album's gonna drop next year, and the next single we're looking to drop end of November.
Right
So which
around the
will be
corner.
Follow Me. So yeah, so a lot more coming. But right
Very
now,
cool.
enjoy the morning after. Get into it. Get out of it. Get into it. Get back into it. Get out. Just go ahead. Just do what you got to do.
All the listens, all the listens. All right. Thank you so much again, man. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll definitely be speaking soon.
Awesome. At
Take
I'm
care.
Scott Adele on Insta. Thank you, man. We'll see
Sweet.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye, buddy.